Hey, what's up, guys? Adam Cunningham back. I want to talk about the video I did the other night. We're talking about why you think you can't do certain things, and I throw certain numbers around like that, like multi-millionaire and stuff like that. Now, that's just my idea of freedom, okay? That's just my idea, my opinion on what's freedom to me, okay? Now, there's different levels of freedom, all right? Now, I don't care if you're in sales or if you own your own business or if you work for a company who has a product that you sell the product to. Anybody who doesn't have a cap on their income, okay? If you're just a working stiff, it's very, very difficult to, well, it's impossible. If you're a working stiff, if you say, hey, you get this much money an hour, then that's what you get. That's what the boss man said. He said you get 15 bucks an hour. It's not going up. It's not going anywhere unless, 2 years, 3 years later, you get some kind of a promotion where you get paid more an hour. But for the most part, it's impossible to make any more money than what he told you you're going to get. So I'm talking about for salespeople who can make any amount of money, and business people where the amount of money you make depends on the amount of people you sell to. Okay, so there's different levels of freedom, though, guys. It's not Freedom doesn't come in a dollar amount. Freedom comes in the amount of time you have on Earth. Okay, so if you own a party store and you've got one person working at that party store and they operate the whole business, and you don't have to be there in order to make money, this person runs the show, and you know it's taken care of, then guess what you got? You got all the time in the world. You got time to explore different business opportunities, or you've got time to be out just living your life. Maybe you only make $50,000 a year, but you don't have to be there. Okay? You can be out. You're making money while you're fishing. You're making money while you're hanging out with your kids, your grandkids. You're making money while you're sleeping. Okay? That's freedom. Freedom of time. So don't make the mistake of, okay, maybe that guy makes $50,000 a year, but he's free as hell. But if you make the mistake of making $1 million a year, and at one point in time your expenses were right here, and then you just got a bigger house, you got more cars, you got all this stuff, and now you don't have freedom. You don't have time. Okay, so you can create your own freedom by keeping your expenses low as your income goes up. You've got to watch that. A lot of people take their expenses right up with their income, and then they still have to pound it out and stay at work so they can catch up with the house payment. That's just basically putting yourself in prison. That's what that's doing. That's putting yourself in prison. So there's different levels of freedom. Freedom doesn't come from a dollar amount. Freedom comes from the amount of time you have. Okay? And like I said, these people, and so many, everybody, they get this house payment, they get this job, and they stay at this job, and 30 and 40 years later, they finally pay the house off. And I don't care if you keep the house. You got that house at the price and the sacrifice of a life. Okay, you got that house at the price of your own human life. That's what it took. You took 30 or 40 years of your life in order to get nothing but a house. That's all you got out of it. So you spent all these years and all these days and all these hours and all these months and weeks and days killing yourself for 30 or 40 years for what? For nothing. Okay, that's your life. This is your life today. Right now is your life. Okay, so you need to start working on a plan, something that lights you up inside, something that you know is going to get you a real result, not just get you a house paid off 30 or 40 years later, get you real freedom, okay? You need to start working at a goal. Everybody should work at a goal for that. I don't care who you are, where you're from. I don't care if you're sitting behind a counter right now, working at a convenience store. I don't care where you are in life. Where you are right now in life's got nothing to do with where you're going. You understand that? Listen to that. Where you currently are, how much money you have in your pocket, I don't care if you're broke, if you're $1 million in debt. Where you are right now, it's got nothing to do with where you're going. Where you're going is where you decide to go. Okay? In your mind. You can put it in your mind where you're going, just like me. I'm going to be a public speaker. I'm going to own my own lawn business. I'm going to own any business, give people anything I can give them that they're willing to pay money for, that I can help them get. Okay? If they need something, I want to sell it to them. But I want to sell them something that they want to get from me also. And they at the right price to where they're happy to get it from me and I'm still making a profit, okay? Both people in the exchange should be happy. All right? So different levels of freedom, guys. Go out there and think about it. Think about it. And go out there and get your freedom. Whatever freedom is for you, okay? All right, I just wanted to clarify that. And thanks a lot. You guys have a good night.